Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
On the 32nd day of protests in Detroit, protesters are calling for the officer seen on video driving through a demonstration to be fired and charged, and that's not all they're demanding.
Michigan's oldest mosque has been burying its dead at this Southwest Detroit cemetery for years, but tonight accusations of poorly kept grave sites are at the center of a legal fight. Good to have you with us tonight at 11. The American Muslim Society is taking Woodmere Cemetery to court alleging breach of contract.
Tonight, the cemetery says it has done nothing wrong. Let's get right to Mara McDonald. She's live in Southwest Detroit with more. Mara.
Kimberly, to put this into context for everybody, where I'm standing right now, this is the American Muslim Society. But you take a few quick steps across the street, that's Woodmere Cemetery. These two entities have been dealing with each other for years, but tonight the relationship has gone south, and it's in the hands of the Wayne County Circuit Court.
I'm really very disappointed for many different reasons.
The American Muslim Society has over the years already purchased 2,000 plots here at Woodmere for its members and are currently under contract for 1,000 more, which they've already put a down payment on and are paying monthly installments.
I think it's very unfair, especially when we already have an agreement.
They're running out of room in their current designated cemetery areas and want to expand with those under contract plots, except the cemetery says until they're paid in full, it's a no-go. But that's not the only issue here.
Even the space between the grave, there's no space, There's no space. When you want to visit your mom, you have to keep walking over other people's graves.
Not only is the mosque upset at what it considers a breach of its contract for those new plots, but the condition the Muslim section of the cemetery is in. These are pictures taken by mosque members that they say show the Muslim section is a poorly landscaped mess, and while it did not look like that today, the members say this is an ongoing problem, and it's making what is already a time of grief for families just that much worse.
When I come to see my relatives, I feel bad because of the condition of the upkeeps of the cemetery, particularly in the Muslim section.
Back here live, I reached out to the attorney who represents Woodmere, and this is what he told me. He says, number one, they're not going to litigate this whole thing on TV. But number two, he says this is a breach of contract case and that they deny any allegation of breach of contract, and they also deny treating the AMS here poorly in any capacity. We're live in Southwest Detroit tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Mara, a group of about 300 marched tonight calling for the Detroit police officer who drove through a crowd of protesters to not only be fired but to face charges. Let's bring in Jason Colthorpe live tonight. Jason, this group does have a long list of demands.
And at the top, Devin, is for the chief to resign after his explanation today of what went down Sunday night. Obviously, the protesters have a different take on that, especially since some of them who spoke today say, and you'll see in the video, and you may have already seen, they rolled within inches of their life as that squad car went through. One day after their night ended this way, with two DPD squad cars driving through protesters, and hours after Chief James Craig said those officers did the right thing,
Chief Craig needs to resign now.
Protesters took to the department's 4th precinct with their own spin on what happened Sunday.
Them attempting to murder protesters by running them over.
Question is, why are people on top of my car? Because you ran them the over. Simple.
Protesters say it was what was happening at the rear of the march last night that set the tone for the final confrontation.
That was not the first incident of cops bumping and bumping and bumping through the crowd. It was not the first incident. It happened every corner.
But none of that was caught on tape. What was caught on tape by the two squad cars shows police slowly moving forward, protesters getting agitated, and things escalating from there. As for Monday night, people marched through Southwest without incident for about 3 hours, right until the end, when this local rolled up with a gun on his lap.
It ain't people from around this. I don't feel like they should be here. They're out here protesting in the wrong spot. They need to go to where they live at. They come in and protest in my hood, and then they get to go home, and we got to live here.
Yeah, there was a lot of tension, and after last night, you can understand why. A lot of people out here who felt they had near-death experiences with that police car, and that gentleman was out here for about 15 minutes before finally driving off, but before he did, he had a few tense conversations with people out here, which turns out to be day 32 of the Detroit protests. We're live downtown. Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
And Jason, can we assume already plans for many of them to be back tomorrow?
As it ends every night, Devin. March today, march tomorrow, and they repeated that, yes, before they left.
All right, Jason. Kim.
A gas main break in Dearborn forces more than 15 homes to evacuate. Tim Pamplin is on the scene tonight with a night cam.
All quiet now on Orchard Street at Michigan Avenue in Dearborn as DTE crews have capped the gas leak. Earlier this evening, it sounded like we're on a runway. DTE crews forced to plug their ears as they assess the situation. Dearborn Fire standing by. Dearborn Police evacuated 15 homes for about 2 hours this evening as the crews try to figure out how to stop the gas leak. It happened when a crew replacing sewer lines in the neighborhood hit the gas main with this piece of equipment you see right here. The driver called back into service to remove the equipment so DTE crews could get into work on the line. What they didn't want was a spark. Take a look at this. As he lifts the arm up through the gas there, he actually hits the utility lines above. That sends the DTE crews into a little bit of a frenzy. Last thing they need here is all the power lines coming down on top of this massive gas leak. That construction worker counting his blessings tonight. No injuries to report. Everybody's back home this evening. Disaster averted. That's the scene in Dearborn tonight with the night cam. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
Tonight, the Oakland County Health Department announces 3 people who say they visited a crowded bar in downtown Royal Oak. 3 have tested positive for COVID-19.
The 3 people say they had no symptoms prior to going to Fifth Avenue. Anyone who visited the bar on June 19th should now monitor for signs and symptoms. Meanwhile, in Lansing, Governor WOODMERE announcing she has reached a deal with the Republican-controlled legislature to balance this year's budget. Facing a massive deficit due to the coronavirus, the deal balances the budget using nearly $1 billion in federal relief funds, as well as $350 million from the state's rainy day fund. Today, the state is reporting 236 new cases, putting the total at nearly 63,500. Another big event also officially canceled, the Woodward Dream Cruise. And here's what Governor WOODMERE had to say about whether the state will still move to Phase 5 before the 4th of July holiday.
There are things that we know about living with COVID-19. It's still here. The virus has not changed. The only things that has changed is that we know a lot more about how to live with it and keep ourselves safe. And we have to keep it up until we have a vaccine. And it's hard. It takes discipline. But the fact of the matter is, if we want to have a shot at moving into Phase 5 in these other regions, we have to keep our numbers low. And right now we are seeing some growth.
The governor has a briefing scheduled for 3 p.m. tomorrow where she's expected to reveal her plan for K-12 schools.
Governor also releasing today her first plan to reform policing. The plan is broken into 4 parts. It calls for changes to policy, personnel, community engagement, and accountability. The plan would ban chokeholds. It would limit no-knock warrants while requiring reporting from police departments about improper use of force. Governor also proposed an incentive program for officers to live in the communities they police. Some of the proposals the governor can implement from her own office, but others will require approval from the legislature.
A Royal Oak man is accused of stabbing 2 people and then coughing on officers claiming to have COVID-19 and HIV. 22-year-old Brandon Newberry is charged with stabbing 2 of his friends Friday night inside an apartment on Rochester Road between 12 and 13 Mile. Police say it is still not clear why he became enraged and attacked the man and woman. Both of them are expected to be okay. The officers who arrested him also received treatment for potential exposure to COVID-19 after they were spit on.
The National Federation of the Blind is now calling on Michigan Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson to be held in contempt after claiming she broke a promise that she'd made to the group. Benson was sued by the blind organization earlier this year for failing to make voting accessible. An agreement called for the Secretary of State to implement a new system to allow the blind to vote absentee in time for the August primary. Well, last week, Benson announced she launched a temporary online fix so blind voters can get their absentee ballot and vote online in August, while saying she's looking for ways to find a permanent solution for November. So for now, it appears both sides will head back to federal court.
Still ahead, it is one of the safety measures you can take to avoid the spread of coronavirus.
But not touching your face, easier said than done. What a teenager just invented that would warn you every time your hand gets too close to your face. That's coming up. Let's check in with Ben.
Jim and Devin, we're going to be wiping sweat off our brow for the next several days. Wait till you see how many 90s are in the forecast. That's next.
All right, Ben, but first, the country's largest organization of pediatricians weighing in on whether schools should return to in-person learning this fall. We've got that next.